Go ahead, Jeff. Let's get him a mic here, please. Raise your hand, Jeff.
Jeff Owens, Scene Daily. Carl, there was a lot of talk yesterday about teammates, and one of the questions was about 2007 here when you and Matt had words on.
All right, I got to go. I'll see you guys. Glad we could come in today.
But Matt was saying how he didn't even remember what you were upset about, what that was all about, and he talked about how y'all
No,
developed.
I remember. Did I say that? I'm going to have to come and rip your paper up, too.
You said you didn't know what he was upset about. Anyway, he talked about how y'all developed a really good relationship since then, and you've become good teammates. Do you remember what you were upset about that day? And can you talk about y'all's relationship and how you've gotten over that pretty quickly?
I don't remember exactly what I was upset about that day, but the deal is that I feel like now, I mean, I understand Matt and appreciate him as a teammate and as a friend. I mean, I feel like he's one of the guys I'm closest to in the garage area, and if it could come down to me and him racing for the championship, I mean, that'd be an honor for me. So, you know, I think that in motorsports and at any level, you're going to have problems and issues and arguments and people that you're frustrated with. But I think now more than ever, I think we all realize as drivers that we're all probably more alike than we are different, and we're all working for the same things. And I think there's a really good camaraderie right now in the garage. So, you know, I'm proud to have Matt as a teammate.
Other questions? Gentleman right here, let's get him the mic.
And this is to both of you guys. I mean, both of you guys, you know, work for Roush, and it's known. I mean, you don't want to hear about it. It's not a pessimistic comment, but you guys are not noted for Martinsville Speedway. And we've got this race and 3 more to go. How do you guys look at this racetrack? I mean, in y'all's mind, what's going to be good enough to get out of here? And then with 3 more left, have you got a picture in your mind as far as what race you pinpoint as to make some gain? This is both of y'all.
What was the question again? I'm just kidding. No, Martinsville, I mean, hasn't been, you know, one of our best places. I mean, I guess I've said it the last few weeks, and we weren't able to do it last week, so I think my situation is different than Carl's. But I really think you got to run, you know, in our position, I think we got to run in the top 5 every week and try to hopefully finish there every week. I don't care which track it is. So it's hard to say how you leave here satisfied. What's good enough? I mean, I don't know what's good enough. Your goal is to win every week, and certainly there's weeks you have the opportunity to do that, and there's weeks where you don't have that opportunity. And when you don't have that opportunity, you got to have you got to get the best finish that you can possibly get for that day. And I think Carl's team has been a good example of that this season, especially lately, and the 29 as well. Even days they've been off, they've been able to get really good finishes, and that's important when you're trying to race for a championship. So I really approach it like any other track. You go out there with the idea of trying to work as hard as you can at it, try to win, try to get the best finish you can that day.
Yeah, and sometimes your goals can change throughout the race. You know, if we start the race somewhere and you're bad and you're terrible, you know, car's not fast, your goal just becomes to get the very best finish you can. You kind of shift. I do, at least, from, hey, I need to go win this race, to I need to do everything I can to get every last point I can. But you don't know. I mean, you're right. We're not that great here, and we know that. But we've had some flashes of real speed. And, you know, if that's the case on Sunday where the cars are fast, then I'm sure both of us will be satisfied with nothing less than a win.
Just a note, a statistician over here, Mike Ford, just showed me that when these guys have actually qualified, the best qualifying effort that you all have had, Carl was 7th and Matt was 14th. Yeah. So definitely a much improved qualifying effort today for these two guys. So go ahead, Mark.
Mark Allman, NASCAR.com. If you're not able to practice today, what kind of setup do you put on the car? Is it something that's flexible enough that you can work on early on in tomorrow's race?
What?
He was talking to you.
Oh. I don't know. I'm not the guy to ask about setups here. I've always feel like we in practice and we're going to be great. And then about 50 laps in the race, it turns into a mad thrash trying to fix the car. So what we'll probably do is just put whatever Matt had on at the last race and hope for the best. But in a perfect world, you would want something. You're exactly right. You'd want something that you could adjust on more because you don't have as much practice, so you maybe don't have as much knowledge built up as to what exactly the setup's going to do.
Go ahead, Mike.
Mike Neff from FrontStretch.com. This is for both of you guys. You're racers. You get on a racetrack, you want to win, but you're also in this points championship. And obviously you're going to be trading some paint here at Martinsville. It's inevitable. Does it come into your mind at all while you're on the track that you're getting yourself in a situation where it might not turn out the best and you actually back out of it? Or if you're on the track and going for a win, are you going for a win because you're a racer and you're not going to really worry about the championship till the end of the day?
I think it was for both. Matt, go ahead.
I don't approach racing any different. There's 4 races ago. It's a ton of races. If you asked me that same question at Homestead and you had a point lead you were trying to pad or maintain or only needed a certain finish, maybe things would change. But other than that, I think you do the things that you've done your whole career. You go out and you race hard, and you never want to not finish or have something happen to your car or get a bad finish. So you go out and race like you've raced every week to get to this point. You race everybody. Hard and fair and clean, and hope you got a competitive car that you can finish up front with.
Sorry, man. I apologize. So you're asking how hard you race or if you protect
you get yourself into a situation where it may not turn out good. Do you think about the fact that you're in the lead of the points and back out of it, or are you racing and you're worried about racing and not worried about the points at all?
I think all we all race long enough and been in enough points battles that you just can't help but to think about, hey, let's look at the big picture here. Now, last lap and racing for the win, all that stuff kind of goes out the window. But in the middle of the race, you definitely think, okay, hey, sometimes it's too late, but you think, all right, let's not be getting into a mess here and flattening a tire or something like that, tearing up the race car. So there is a balance, I think, in the car, trying to survive to the end so that you can be in a position to race hard.
Hey, breaking news: the sun is shining.
Great news.
Serious, it is. Look at only half of them believe me.
It is, yeah.
He's lying.
I think that's just some TV lights out there. That's all that is. Any other questions for Carl or Matt? Go ahead.
Is that for Carl or Matt? Carl? All right, I'm going to go get ready to practice then.
All right, thank you, Matt.
You good with me?
We're good,
All right,
Matt.
thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Just real simple. Are you worried about not getting any practice?
Not really. I think that Bob does a really good job of predicting the setup, and I think if we had no practice, which it looks like we're going to have practice, but if we had no practice, I'd be fine with that. I think it would give us a little advantage. That's my opinion. So I wouldn't be worried about it.
Carl, thanks for dropping by, and
all right.
Good luck today, and
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow for sure.